The fans want you in MDE stuff. Nice. I'm happy to hear that. You know, and thank you guys for that. I really appreciate that. I did see the chat yesterday, and I don't pay too close attention to what chats say in a way that is actually meant to, like, it doesn't mean anything to me on that level. I'm not sitting here like crying just because like some guys were like, oh, I don't like this guy. But I did notice some people were like, well, I don't like this guy. Some people were like that, but I'm not letting those people get me down or anything like that. I actually happen to agree with them to a certain extent. I wasn't the most loose yesterday, I wasn't as good as I could have been, so I could understand if these are people that don't know how I can actually be. I understand if they're like, "Ooh, what the hell is this guy even doing here, dude?" But it makes me happy that you guys are here, and I really appreciate it, and thank you for that. Thank you for the kind words every time. Julian was hated a little while back, a couple years ago. I always found him hilarious, though. I think as you practice, you'll definitely get better at riffing. Oh yeah, no, riffing is a muscle, and if you exercise that muscle, comedy is a muscle, and if you exercise that muscle, you will get better at it. And I've noticed that with Julian too, is that he's kind of opened up. Like I remember the first time we were like legitimately introduced to him. It was the Valentine's Day, the woman stories episode. I remember that, and it was what was I gonna say? It was it was you could tell he was a little bit like but as time went on, he really opened up. I'm hoping that if I am included in things in the future, that will end up happening with me, and I know it will, but I just got to keep on keeping on with it. And yeah, like that's one thing I don't like is the hate that the quote unquote new guys, as if they haven't been around for years by now, right? I guess people call them the Zoomer crew. That's one thing I never liked is that they get some kind of weird hate sometimes from people. I think it's people that don't actually give that much of a shit about like MDE or comedy in general. Like I think what they want is just 2016. I think 2016, 2015, 2016 was the best time of their life. And they want that back desperately. And because of that, they want 2015, 2016 MDE, which, I mean, Sam, Nick, and Charles are back together now. But, like, that doesn't mean it's 2016 again. And I think in people like Jet, in people like, Julian, Joey, even though Joey's kind of off doing his own thing right now, I don't see why like people would be so hostile towards them other than just this idea that like those guys, and now Ben and Tax, like they represent the end of the best years of these guys' lives, the like let's say 2012 to 2016 era, right? And like I understand, I happen to think the best time of my life thus far was between 2017 and 2019, right? With like the peak good times being in 2018, right? The summer of 2018 will always have such a fucking a beautiful place in my heart, right? Just the things that I was able to do, the people I was able to meet, and things like that, the times, the memories that I have with these people. I don't even talk to half of these dudes anymore. I will always have beautiful memories associated with those people and the things we were able to do. Same thing with 2013, right? Like, again, another group of dudes that I don't even talk to anymore. But, like, the summer of 2013, first summer after school, right? Meaning I graduated 2013. That summer was my first summer of like true freedom, right? Not having to worry about, oh man, but my grades and like other stupid shit like that. I will always that will always be a very special summer, and the dudes, the people in general that I met and that I was able to have friendships with and things like that, they will always have a special place in my heart. The good, the bad, the ugly, I'll take it all. I wouldn't want to trade it for anything, even though I recognize in some cases it would have been better for me to not have been in those situations, But like when it comes down to it, it's not 2018 anymore. It's not 2013 anymore. I love the memories, but I can't try and live in those memories to the point where, to the point where I'm openly hostile to the here and the now. You know, I'm mad at my wife. I'm mad at my wife because my wife represents now, and what I want is 2018. That's what it is. I want 2013 again. I want to be living in 2013 for the rest of my life. And because of that, I hate my wife because she represents 2021 is what she represents. And I don't like that. That's kind of the way that I feel these people probably are. I try and keep that in mind when I see people shitting all over those dudes, because to me it makes like no sense. It's like Jet's a good dude. Fucking Big Flame, Julian, good dude. All these guys are like really good dudes. And they haven't done anything like bad to anybody. Fucking they're just trying their best to make people laugh and have a good time and things like that. But people seem to be upset about that. It's about making new memories, exactly. People don't want new memories though. They don't realize that like the here and the now is where those old memories were, because at one point 2013 was the here and the now. And instead of recognizing that you make memories that will last, they just assume that there was magic air and magic dirt. That the 2013 dirt is what made 2013 so special. The air back in 2013 is what made it special, when in reality, it was a combination of being in a certain place in my life and me wanting to try and make the most of it. Not it at the front of my mind, right? I'm not saying like in 2013 I was like, I need to make the most of this summer, dude, but I wanted to have a good time, and because of that I went looking for a good time, right? I went looking for things to do that were going to be good for me. Anyway,